Welcome to AI Brief, episode 110. Great to have you with us for another deep dive.
Good to be here. Lots happening this week.
Absolutely. We're going to kick things off with a new method from MIT for keeping sensitive AI training data private. Then there's this interesting AI agent builder for security cameras.
Right, Spot AI's Iris. And we'll also touch on those resurrected dire wolves everyone's talking about.
Yeah, that story, plus mind-controlled AR, and of course some new AI tools to boost productivity. So let's start with MIT. This privacy thing sounds, well, pretty important.
It really is fundamental. I mean, think about how much personal data goes into training these huge models. Being able to protect it without totally wrecking the AI's accuracy is crucial.
So what's the core idea here? They've developed an enhanced framework, right?
Yeah, building on something called pay privacy, probably approximately correct privacy. It's kind of clever. It calculates the minimum amount of noise or fuzziness you need to add.
Noise. So like obscuring the data just enough.
Exactly. Just enough to protect individual privacy, but not so much that the AI can't learn the underlying patterns. It's a balancing act.
And what makes their approach different? Is it more flexible?
That seems to be a key advantage. It doesn't need to know the inner workings of the specific AI algorithm. A lot of other methods are tied to particular models.
Ah, okay. So this is more like a general shield for the data itself,
Right.
regardless of the AI using it.
Pretty much. It makes it compatible with lots of different machine learning models, which is a big plus.
And they found something interesting about the algorithms themselves, didn't they?
They did. It turns out that algorithms that are more stable, less sensitive to tiny changes in the input data are actually easier to protect this way.
Easier to protect without hurting performance, you mean?
Right. It suggests the inherent robustness of the AI model itself influences how easy it is to make it private. Kind of intuitive, I suppose.
And is this just theory? Or are they looking at real-world use?
No, they've actually proposed a practical four-step template for using this. Think healthcare, finance places with really sensitive data.
So it could actually pave the way for using AI more safely in those areas. That's significant.
Definitely. It suggests strong privacy and high-performing AI aren't mutually exclusive, which could, influence future regulations too.
Okay, let's switch gears a bit. Spot AI's Iris, this AI agent builder for cameras. Universal builder, that sounds ambitious.
It does. They're calling it the first universal AI agent builder for enterprise camera systems, basically letting users create their own AI to analyze video feeds.
And the universal part means it works with existing cameras. People don't need new hardware.
That's the big selling point. Avoids those expensive hardware upgrades. You just add this AI layer on top of what you already have.
That really lowers the barrier then. So what can you build with it? What kind of tasks?
All sorts of things, it seems. You could create an agent to spot someone entering a restricted zone, or check if workers are wearing safety gear, or even analyze customer flow in a shop.
So security, safety, but also business operations stuff too.
Exactly. And it's real-time processing, so you get immediate alerts or insights. That's key for security, obviously.
And is it easy to use? Or do you need like an AI PhD?
They're stressing the user-friendly interface. The goal is for people without deep tech skills to be able to build and manage these agents, democratizing AI video analytics, essentially.
Makes sense, making powerful tools accessible. Okay, now for something completely different. These dire wolves. Colossal Biosciences is making waves again.
They are. After the mammoth talk, now it's resurrected dire wolves. They've put out videos calling them near-perfect recreations. It gets attention.
But the science community isn't entirely convinced, is that fair to say?
Yeah, that's putting mildly. There's significant skepticism. A lot of it boils down to the genetics.
How so?
Well, they made about 20 specific genetic edits to a gray wolf genome, which sounds like a lot, maybe, but the full genome has 2.5 billion base pairs.
Ah, so 20 edits out of billions. Critics are saying that doesn't equal a whole new extinct species.
Precisely. They argue these are essentially genetically modified gray wolves, not resurrected dire wolves. And apparently about 5 of those edits relate to coat color.
Coat color. Why is that significant?
Because Colossal seems to be emphasizing the white fur as a marker of success, but critics see that as, well, a pretty superficial way to define a species. There's more to it than looks.
Right. And there's also the issue with the source DNA itself, isn't there?
Yeah, paleogeneticist Dr. Nick Rollins made the point that ancient DNA, especially from something like a dire wolf, is incredibly degraded, far too damaged for actual cloning.
So fascinating genetic engineering, perhaps, but maybe not quite de-extinction in the way people imagine it.
That seems to be the scientific consensus, yeah. Interesting tech, but the claims might be a bit strong.
Okay, moving from the past to the future. Georgia Tech's brain chips. These sound like something out of science fiction.
They really do. Ultra-thin, motion-resistant chips that fit between hair follicles. That's incredibly tiny and unobtrusive.
And they stay put even when you move. It's been a hurdle, right?
A big one. Plus, they're getting 96.4% accuracy reading brain signals, apparently without needing the user to go through intensive training beforehand.
96.4%. Wow.
Oh.
What do they show it can do?
The demonstration involved users making augmented reality video calls using just their thoughts.
Seriously. Just thinking to make a call.
Yeah. It's a major step towards truly wearable, seamless brain-computer interfaces. Mind-blowing stuff, really.
Definitely mind-blowing. Okay, let's touch on a couple other quick science hits. The Titanic scan revealed something new.
Yes, a really high-detail 3D scan. It seems to confirm that the critical damage wasn't huge gashes, but smaller punctures, maybe each the size of a piece of paper.
Small punctures took down the whole ship.
Apparently so, given where they were. The scan also supports the stories about the engineers keeping the power on till the end the lights stayed lit, helping the lifeboat launches.
Adds another layer to that story. And finally, this challenge to dark matter and dark energy.
Right. Dr. Richard Liu at the University of Alabama, he's proposed a model where you don't actually need dark matter or dark energy to explain the universe's expansion.
Whoa, okay. How does that work then? What replaces them?
He suggests the universe expands through these rapid, unobservable temporal singularities, little bursts of expansion happening all the time, everywhere that we just can't detect directly.
So their cumulative effect mimics dark energy, maybe. It's a radical idea.
Very radical, challenges the standard model quite fundamentally. We'll see if it gains traction.
Fascinating stuff. All right, let's pivot to tools. Lots of new AI productivity boosters popping up constantly. What do we got this week?
Okay, first up, AI Sauce Launcher. It's a low-code platform, uses AI for customization, but also gives you the full code, meant for quickly building and launching sauce MVPs.
So making it easier to get software businesses off the ground sounds useful. What else?
AI Studios. This one turns text into video with realistic AI avatars, supports over 80 languages, has advanced editing, looks pretty powerful for video creation.
Yeah, that could save a lot of time and effort. Next.
Sim Studio. It's a drag-and-drop tool for building AI agent workflows. Integrates with things like Slack, Gmail, Pinecone. Helps automate complex tasks without coding.
Automating workflows is always popular. What about development-specific tools?
There's Autonomy AI. It's an AI assistant for front-end development. Helps write clean code, boosts team productivity. It's got a wait list, which usually means people are interested.
Makes sense. And for business intelligence?
Superboard AI. Uses industry-trained AI analysts to help build data dashboards securely and pull precise answers from business data. Kind of like an AI data analyst.
Nice. Any creative tools?
Yeah, Octocomics, an AI comic generator. Helps with scripts, storyboards, characters, images, different comic styles. Looks like fun.
A comic generator. Okay, couple more.
ZipAvoice, it's voice to text, but specifically for macOS. Works inside any app. Does smart formatting. Importantly, uses your own OpenAI API key, which might appeal for privacy.
Good point. And the last one?
EAA AI. It's a no-code tool for creating 3D chat AI characters. These characters can then connect to apps, social media, metaverse, games, generating their own chat, voice, and animations.
Wow, AI characters you can deploy anywhere. That's quite a range of tools, from sauce building to comic creation to AI avatars.
It really shows how AI is embedding itself into, well, pretty much every digital task imaginable.
It certainly does. And that just about wraps up our deep dive for this episode. Hopefully that gave everyone some valuable insights into what's new and exciting.
Yeah, things move so fast in this space. If you enjoyed the discussion and want to keep up, definitely follow AI Brief.
And please do share it with anyone else you think might find this kind of conversation interesting. Thanks for tuning in.